Hey everyone, welcome back to Apollo Art Analysis. In today's episode, we're going to be studying a piece by the established 3D artist known as Ian Max, and in this episode, we're going to be looking at the preservation of nature. We're also going to explore the title of this work as The Labyrinth. So let's jump right into it. So at first glance, with this single subject standing beneath a massive biocapsule, our first impression is one of awe, but more so curiosity due to the grand sight before us here. Of course, the choice to place this chamber in center certainly denotes it as the main focus of the work at hand. We see this further reinforced by just how much space it commands within the composition, right? It just makes that form just impossible to miss. And colors within this composition really revolve around gray and green with a little bit of gold. Of course, the nature of that green is going to be drawing our eye by nature of that rarity, right? Of course, most of the composition is quite gray and lifeless, so any lush life, of course, this green in center is going to be drawing our eye towards that tree. I think that's pretty important here. You may also notice how the work before us appears in near symmetrical nature. When we're offered scenes of symmetry, it always gives a sense of balance, harmony, and order. I think we certainly see that here. With this in mind, how do y'all feel when you view this piece? There's really no doubt that this chamber is the main focus of the work at hand, right? It hosts this singular tree, instantly reminding of the necessity of preserving our natural realm. And on that note, I have another piece from the original artist here. I'm going to bring that in real quick and see what we can learn about the preservation of life itself. Alright, so I brought in another work from Ian Max here to kind of talk about the preservation of life, right? In both these instances, we see influences of science fiction, but also nature itself. It's a pretty interesting juxtaposition, if you will. In the work on the left, of course, the one before us today entitled Labyrinth, we see this massive tree hosted within a singular chamber. In the work on the right, we see kind of the very beginnings or the inklings of life, a genesis, if you will, but also preserved nonetheless. And in both these instances, they are within these massive compounds that truly remind of the sci-fi aesthetic. So I just wanted to bring that in real quick and kind of draw some connections to the preservation of life itself. And on the topic of our setting here, it's quite interesting to consider, right? It almost appears as if this entire space has been custom crafted, or the architectural design has been specifically made for this lone tree, right? Everything revolves around this center chamber. We have a sense of radial symmetry, which is always going to draw our eye towards the center, further elevating the tree in its presence, both symbolically and visually within this composition. And we see this lone subject standing beneath this massive biocapsule. It's hard to say who exactly this is or what exactly is happening here, but despite this, we almost appear to be in a moment of discovery. And you know, the title of this work is Labyrinth. To make some insights on what exactly we're witnessing, the Labyrinth originated as a Greek myth from the island of Crete. Of course, the famous story of the Minotaur going through this endless maze, right? And on the island of Crete, we have the labyrinth, or the double-sided axe, which the Minotaur wields. And all across, this has become a sacred symbol, right? We even have the Minotaur on some golden coins as well. But not to go too much on a tangent there, the labyrinth, of course, originated as a Greek myth, but has now become a widespread symbol for any type of elaborate maze of some kind or another. So I just want to bring that in real quick and kind of talk on the symbolism or the origination of the labyrinth within Greek culture. Of course, when you do finally enter the center or the end of a maze or a labyrinth, it's quite the difficult task. It provides metaphors of the end of a journey, the attainment of a goal, or even the discovery of hidden knowledge. I think that's incredibly important here. Of course, the nature of this work, the title of this piece is Labyrinth, and we're just kind of inferring on what exactly is happening here, so it's not set in stone. Kind of funny pun, if you will. But of course, a sight such as this is quite the rarity. When walking through the endless liminal lanes of the labyrinth, of course, massive stone and quite dangerous as well, a sight such as this is bound to be cherished. So really hope y'all enjoyed today. This is a profound and stunning piece. I absolutely loved it today. With this in mind, what do y'all see when you view this piece, or what do y'all think of the work at hand? I think that's a pretty important question. So like I said, I really hope y'all enjoyed today. The work before us is a digital render, so it's created with a digital rendering program, and that program is going to be Blender. Blender, of course, an open source software. A lot of people love it for that, but has a very high skill ceiling. I know everyone from professionals to amateurs who are using Blender to create their renders. So if you want to get involved in the world of 3D art, Blender is an amazing place to start. But like I said, I really hope you'll enjoy it today. We talked about so many different things, from the preservation of life, the origins of the labyrinth, the work before us itself as a realistic digital render. So many different things we hit on today. I truly hope y'all enjoyed. If y'all did enjoy today's episode, make sure to check out the original artist Ian Max, doing some amazing stuff in the world of 3D art. He really loves those sci-fi scenes, and I would surely agree with that. So like I said, I really hope y'all enjoyed today. And if y'all did, go check out the original artist Ian Max. My name is Apollo. This was Apollo Art Analysis, and I'll see y'all on the next episode. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you'd like to support our work directly, please check out our Apollo community tokens. Apollo Art Exchange is an ecosystem of art appreciation which elevates artists each and every day. Thanks for listening.